Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm trying something different tonight. This is our late night live talking to you in the dark so that some of you can just sit back and listen. You know, I was just thinking how there comes a time when many are just in a bad place, suffering in silence, and still trying to make sense of it all, just trying to survive, trying to just go on, move on. You know, the way we navigate through life and the way we try to get through life feeling like we are the only ones. Just know that you're not the only one. I have said there was a shift change coming a while ago, probably pre COVID to be exact. Yet many go through life as if we were back in time, like nothing has changed. And I'm just curious to know, at what point do we just acknowledge, period? Just say. I think some people want you to just say that they've noticed a change. And there are more people than you know that have noticed a change. But we're in a place where we don't meet people like we used to. So people aren't gonna just say what they've noticed if you're like at the grocery store. Well, I take that back. Some people do. But at this point, we just need to acknowledge. I think that's one of the things people struggle with, the lack of, the fact that everyone does not go along to get along and to be okay with that part so that people can heal. Like I say, I'm not a doctor. I am proficient to help those who fail to thrive. Um, I don't know. It's just our community needs to change and do better. But there's so many people that need support, not getting the support that they need. And so at this point, if there's anybody out there that wants to um, talk, that wants to be heard, that wants to share, what they're feeling, and I will say this, I know that I'm helping people because people hear what you say, but because you're not in a or hold a certain type of title, they're afraid to see exactly what it is that you can do and how you can help and if you've helped anybody. Yes, I've helped a lot of people, um, but that doesn't mean that they are not keeping in touch with their doctors. They're not keeping in touch with their practitioner. That's one thing I can say. I do have a lot of community hours um, in the community. I just am not putting a title on myself. I'm not putting any titles on myself because the things that I help with is very lengthy. It takes time. It takes uh, a lot of research. So, with that being said, I'm just like I said, I'm trying something different. I want to see who wants to come in and who wants to talk about stressors of the world. When you know that you are being watched and people are taking your modalities and applying it to their life, or just simply using the words that you use, you know that people are watching. You know that people are listening, but they still will not pick up that phone. So I'm encouraging people to pick up the phone and have support. They have questions. I hear a lot of people. That's something I'd like for you all to know. I can mention scenarios. I can let people know what it is that's different, or give them helpful hints. But I've had a lot of clients who have said, I've never been told that. Something as simple as drinking water before you go for your blood work, something as simple as breathing in, blowing out, learning how to breathe correctly. These are the things that people don't know about. Some people want to learn. Some people want to learn how to breathe, and some people need to decompress. Because if you learn to breathe properly, you can decompress. There's people that are walking around and they're saying anxious, and they're saying they're okay, and they're not okay. But at what point do people say, I'm not okay? We are in a world where people are told not to say certain things. You can't say you're not okay. Nobody's going to listen. Let me tell you something. There is someone that's going to listen. Hello, hello. I'm not sure what you're saying. What is your PFP? What does that mean? So I'm just trying to say that there are people out here that want to learn how to decompress, people that want to learn how to eat healthy. There's people out here that want to be their best selves. You've got people that are coming on these platforms saying certain things. Do you know that's a disorder? Do you know that people really need help and they don't want to admit that they need help? Do you know there are people that are actually saying what they want to say because they're looking for attention? They're looking for love in all the wrong places. You know, Do you know that there are people out here in the wilderness, I call it, that really have no friends? They have no one to listen to them. There's so much going on in the world. That's why I say there comes a time where we have to come together, where people need a platform where they can voice their opinion. If they're angry, say you're angry. If you're upset, if you are weak, if you are pondering where your spirit should be, how to get in alignment, how do you help yourself? That's what people need to talk about. How do you help yourself when you feel like you're all alone, and there's no one that's listening? You have to pick yourself up. You have to pick yourself up by the bootstraps. There's a lot of people, who are really going through it right now. And here it is after dark. And there's so many people that feel like they have no one to talk to. They're bored. They need to vent. So, how about you come on up and how about you let me know what it is that you are worried about? What is it that I can help you with? What is it that you want somebody to hear? You know, there are things that people need to get off their chest. So here we are at night. Is there anything that you want to get off your chest? Is there anything that you want people to know? Can you hear me? Okay. Well, like I say, be encouraged, people. Be encouraged. When I tell you that there are people who are struggling, there are people who are coming on just for attention, just to do dumb stuff. You know, you might need my session because there's too many people out in the world. How many have a solution? How about that? Let me know if you have a solution to some of the issues that we are going through in this world. You know, there's how many people are still watching things that are trending? How many people are worried about other people who don't have a place to stay, who have very little food to eat? Meanwhile, they're going to work and nobody knows that they're homeless. That's kind of sad. Is there anybody that has a friend that's homeless, that needs resources, that need food? Because I do know that there are some places that that are housing people. There's new locations. There's food banks around. There's different churches that will give you food, give you clothing. You know, that's how I know I'm helping people because, again, like I said, they have their own platforms, but yet they're using my terminology, and it's okay because I like helping people, and at least I'm planting a seed, you know? So that's why I'm on here tonight to let you know that I am helping people. I may not have all the followers, because you're following those that have a certain number of followers, but guarantee you they are watching and they are getting my information and they are saying it as if it's their own. But you know what, people? What's for you is for you because they still are not me. Okay? Well, I just came on for a few minutes to see if somebody wanted to voice their opinion, if there's something that somebody wanted to talk about. If you have a topic and you want me to come on after dark and talk or give you words of encouragement, let me know. Put it in the comments section. I'm here for you. Like I said, I am not a doctor. I'm an allied health specialist. I work with those who fail to thrive. I have a broad profession: cosmetology, nursing, and science. But you're missing out if you don't connect because I am one that talks about truth and righteousness. And for all the others, I can't speak for them, but I can speak for myself. And I am willing to do the research to help you be your best self. So, for any other information, or if you want to talk to me in private, go to simplyjewel.com, fill out the upper right hand corner, and I can assist. Okay? Like I said, something different, just talking after dark, just to see if anybody or any night owls are on and want to talk or come up on a platform. I'll be going back to my other streaming platform to see if anybody wants to come up on the platform and talk and just keep people company if they're suffering with insomnia or had too much coffee. You know, that happens. Okay, well, peace and blessings, everyone. Good night.